Hello, everybody. As most of you know, I was diagnosed with cervical cancer a couple weeks ago, and so I've been making videos to update friends and family on how I'm doing and strangers across YouTube who end up seeing this. But today I saw my first surgeon, did a consultation with him, and he told me some things I already knew, and then told me what the next steps are. So he told me I have a tumor that is in stage 1B. I'm not going to go into what that means because I hardly know, but stage 1 sounded good to me. But that diagnosis is given with the information that we currently have, and so to actually determine the stage, we have to do more procedures, and so the next steps are to get an MRI scan done and a PET scan and then surgery, and those will be the reason for those is to look at my lymph nodes, to see if it's spread. So, I mean, worst case scenario, it's spread, and then I have to go, I think, straight into getting a hysterectomy and probably chemo and radiation and get the lymph nodes removed, from what I understand. Best case scenario, it's localized in a smaller spot, where they could potentially remove all of the problematic cells with another cold knife comb procedure, and then just do monitoring after that. The thing with that, though, is if they do that procedure again, there is a chance that they might not get it all, and then it will come back. Or even if they get it all, it might still come back. I can't remember, but I do know for sure if they didn't get it all, it would just start spreading again. So that there's risks with that, but it is like a fairly, I mean, it's a procedure I've been through already, so I could handle that. I know. I mean, I can handle all of it because I have to, So even in the best case scenario, I am still potentially looking at a hysterectomy, just to ensure it's all taken, like all of the cancer gets taken out. So yeah, so the scans are scheduled for the first week of June, and then I have to decide on when I'm going to schedule the surgery for the lymph nodes, to check the lymph nodes, and then the surgery for the cold knife cone. I can either do it together or separate. And the only reason I would do it separate is because I could do one in Fargo and then one in South Dakota. Or I could just do it all in South Dakota. There's some pros and cons to both of those. So I'm going to think it over. My husband's going to help me make that decision. And so that's the news from the first surgeon. Next week we go to Minnesota, to Mayo Clinic, to talk with them about what they think. So either way, it's more waiting, as to be expected. Overall, I'm doing okay. I go to the gym. I am eating healthy, living my life, getting some sleep because I put the cats away at night. That's been huge. I work full time still. Just really practicing a lot of acceptance, because it's totally out of my control. I mean, what's in my control is how I take care of myself, given this information. So I'm really taking advantage of that, because most stuff I don't have control over, and so yeah, a lot of acceptance comes to play. And like, I'm actually prone to depression. I've been diagnosed with PTSD, major depressive disorder, and so that's what I'm kind of used to, but like, I guess maybe it's because there's so much more anxiety now that like depression gets overtaken. But I've also actually been in recovery from my depression for the most part for the last few years. So that's been great. It's actually why I do the work that I do at my job, and yeah. So I haven't been, depressed. I've been anxious off and on. There's definitely hard moments. I do run through the worst case scenario. Like, I think about how I will react if I find out the really bad news. And, the plan is to react in the same way that I reacted to the news of the news of having cancer. Because in the original biopsy, I knew it could go one way or the other. I knew that they could get rid of it all, or it could be cancer. And so I definitely prepared for both, mentally prepared for both. And so I think that helped, but I don't ruminate. I try not to. I don't think I do, because if I did, I would not function probably. So I'm good at not ruminating. Yeah, I just thank you again for everything, all of the support. The donations are incredibly helpful. And actually, so like one of my cats had a medical emergency situation. I mean, I was able to get her into the regular vet, so it wasn't as expensive. But so I got that also going on, and she got diagnosed with like irritable bowel syndrome. Go figure. I say that because she's had signs of that her whole life, and I've been taking her to the vet her whole life, and they just now are diagnosing her with that. But in any case, so thank you for all your support and love, and we move into our new house soon, second week of June, so that's also something to look forward to. Why do I say also something to look forward to? I'm not looking forward to those exams, you guys, but what I am looking forward to having another good day, like another day of good health tomorrow. I mean, I am healthy otherwise. Besides the cancer, I'm strong, and I have energy, and I get stuff done. Pretty efficient when it comes to completing daily tasks and doing work, and I don't know. I'm just kind of rambling because it's heavy news to share, but I want to share it because, well, truthfully, it's more convenient this way because I can just keep all my friends and family updated this way. Of course, I tell my immediate family what's going on before I post the video, but I can update people, and then I don't know if anyone ever is curious about what a cancer journey looks like. This is kind of what it looks like. I mean, you're getting tiny snippets of how I feel and what it looks like to wait for appointments and receive, I don't know, information that can be life-changing. But I am doing really good right now, for the most part. So yeah, thanks for following these videos and for all your support and love. Good night, guys.